No one wants to swim in a dirty pool like this. But what if one robot could handle absolutely everything? Today, I'm testing the MOVA Rover X10, a high-end robotic pool cleaner featuring what the company calls a 7-in-1 automated cleaning system. In simple terms, it's designed to handle different pool conditions, from floor debris and floating leaves to walls, water lines, steps, and shallow zones across pools of various shapes and layouts. But does it actually perform that well in real life? There's only one way to find out. Let's get started! Alright, let's start from the beginning. Here's everything you get in the box. For more details on the Rover X10, check out the link in the description. Now, let's talk about the design. I really want to spend some time on this. It feels incredibly solid, almost tank-like. Nothing like the cheap build quality I've seen on some cleaners I tested before. At the top of the unit, there is a laser distance sensor that helps the robot detect obstacles, understand its position, and plan smarter cleaning paths. During operation, it emits red lights, giving the machine a very high-tech look. There are also water outlets located at the top. The device features a large 5-liter feed basket and offers ultra-fine filtration down to 3 microns. I'll show the real results later. The control panel includes a power button and a mode selection button. To turn it on, simply long press the power button for 3 seconds. The indicator will start flashing, and after a few seconds, the system will activate. A short press on the mode button allows you to switch between 4 different cleaning modes. I list them on the screen. They are quite self-explanatory. Cleaning performance is definitely one of the standard features of the Rover X10, and I'll demonstrate each mode shortly. Moving down, you'll find the propellers, roller brush, and the caterpillar tracks. There's also a side-mounted top sensor for smarter and safer navigation. Yes, this is clearly a high-end pool cleaner packed with sensors. Since this is a pool cleaner, another important component is the remote control float. When you power it on, it even shows the water temperature. And yes, it was pretty cold, which is why I didn't swim, unless I want to turn into a human ice cube. Jokes aside, what does it actually do? Think of it as a communication hub. It houses the proprietary aquasonar system, which converts Wi-Fi signals into ultrasonic signals for underwater communication and control. Believe it or not, I can even use the phone app to remotely control the cleaner while it's underwater, all thanks to this small float. To use it, you simply fasten it to the pool side wall ladder, and that's it. Speaking of the app, I won't go through every single feature here, otherwise this video would never end. But just to give you a quick overview, you can select different cleaning modes, adjust the suction power, select cleaning durations, cancel tasks, and view detailed task summary. By tapping the float icon, you can access additional features such as remote manual control, zone cleaning, similar to a robot vacuum at home, and retrieve function. Now, enough about all those. Let's put the machine to the real-world test. The first test is floor cleaning. When you place the robot into the water, it doesn't sink immediately. First, it expels internal air and stabilizes pressure before gradually settling on the pool floor. This process takes around 3 minutes. During this time, you can see the laser distance sensor spinning and emitting red lights, actively scanning and beginning to map the pool environment. Once it reaches the floor, the robot continues building a detailed 3D map while cleaning at the same time, constantly adjusting its path based on real-time mapping data. Here's a time-lapse showing its route planning on the pool floor. How cool is that? It behaves exactly like a small robot should. First following the pool edges, then cleaning in structured back and forth Z-shaped patterns to ensure maximum coverage without missing spots. But how about the actual cleaning performance? Honestly, I was genuinely impressed. Leaves of different shapes and sizes sitting right in front of the roller brush were poured in effortlessly. Even debris positioned slightly to the side of the brush got sucked in. That 10,000 GPH suction power is seriously no joke. Even tiny branches, which are normally quite difficult to remove manually underwater, were handled with ease. The 4G drag motors allow the robot to navigate underwater very smoothly. Occasionally, you'll notice a slight lift in its front section. This actually indicates a strong vertical wall climbing capability. which later contributes to its waterline cleaning performance during surface mode. Another impressive capability is its obstacle escaping performance. You can see my poor lighter here. Many cleaners would simply get stuck, but the X10 intelligently maneuvered around it and continued cleaning other areas without intervention. After finishing the floor cleaning task, you can simply tap the retrieve button in the app and the robot will float back up to the surface, making it easy to lift out of the pool. Here's how much debris it collected in just one cleaning cycle. I especially like how effectively it captures small branches. The official specification claims filtration accuracy down to 3 microns. While I didn't measure that scientifically, I could clearly see extremely fine particles and even small insects trapped inside the basket. Cleaning the basket itself is very easy. Just rinse it thoroughly under tap water. So that's excellent floor cleaning. You might be wondering, how about surface cleaning? In most pools, including mine, there are usually more leaves floating on the surface than center at the bottom. I say honestly, it may not be quite as outstanding as its underwater performance, but it's still easily one of the best surface cleaners I've tested so far. Surface cleaning is actually much harder. The robot has to deal with the wind, waves, and drifting debris that constantly changes position. It also needs to balance buoyancy and stability while sensors struggle with reflections and ripples. From an engineering standpoint, navigating and cleaning effectively on the water surface is far more challenging. Even so, the X10 still performed very well. It managed to collect most floating leaves, and what impressed me most was how effectively it handled tight corners. As you can see in the footage, debris was constantly drawn into the intake area. I also like how it can partially clean the waterline. Thanks to the 4J motors, the roller brush can lift upward along the wall to a noticeable height while continuing to clean, which is quite impressive. During my testing, there were a few moments when the robot briefly spun in place and missed some leaves. However, I don't see this as a major concern. At times, strong wind during filming created surface turbulence and wave patterns that could easily interfere with navigation sensors. In real-world use, this isn't something I don't worry too much about, especially considering the extremely long battery life. With its large 15,000 mAh battery providing up to 6 hours of runtime, you can simply let the robot continue operating in the pool, moving back and forth to gradually pick up any debris it may have missed earlier. In practice, this extended endurance makes the overall cleaning result much more consistent and stress-free. When it's time to recharge, it supports wireless charging, which is extremely convenient. I don't need to deal with plugging in wire cables or worrying about exposed charging ports. It just feels much safer and more hassle-free overall. So, based on my extensive real-world testing, I can confidently say the MOVA Rover X10 is one of the most advanced robotic pool cleaners I've tried. The Climate 7-in-1 automation system seems solid. I didn't get the chance to test the steps or shallow areas because my pool doesn't have them. But for everything I did test, floors, surfaces, waterlines, and hard corners, combined with AI mapping, ultrasonic underwater communication, and ultra-long battery life, it definitely lives up to the hype. It feels more like a next-generation smart cleaning system than just another pool robot. Now, one thing worth noting is that the Rover X10 isn't exactly cheap. It sits in the premium price range, but when you consider its automation, smart features, and build quality, it actually represents excellent long-term value. In the US, professional pool cleaning can be extremely expensive, and this robot can save you both time and money. Plus, it comes with a 3-year warranty for extra peace of mind. For those on a tighter budget, the MOVA A10 shares the same core technology as the X10, so it's a solid alternative. And right now, with X10's release and spring promotion, there are some significant discounts available. A great time to grab one. If you are interested, you can find all the links in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm Sammy, and see you in the next one.